Hello, my name is Kristina Castronovo. I'm a NeuroGraphica instructor and aesthetic coach. And today, within the framework of the partnership project called LadyLeader, I'm going to present to one a NeuroGraphica model that is called the face of the moon. The face of the moon. It was created within the model about developing intuition. So this model is dedicated to exploring own inner force, to reflect about own competencies, talents, characteristics, various parts of you. And there is the moon, the face of the moon, as the moon is the symbol of feminineship. So decided to take this symbol. So please draw the big circle of the moon as you feel it. The moon is not of a perfect shape. It's totally fine if also your circle is not absolutely perfect. So here is the moon. Here is your face, your inner face. Fill in the moon with 4 craters that symbolize 4 parts of your competencies. The competence, according to the holistic approach, consists of 4 different parts, which are knowledge, skills, attitudes, behaviors. Sometimes only 3 of them are mentioned, these ones. Sometimes attitudes are combined with behaviors, but I offer you to draw all 4 ones. As you feel, how big is your knowledge? You can choose particular topic or leadership in general that you want to reflect on. And how big is your knowledge about this topic? Or it can also be in general in your life. How big you feel is your knowledge, your theoretical part? How much did you learn? How much is in your mind? Yeah, so knowledge is something that stays in our head. You can also write inside some particular moments, particular parts. What kind of knowledge is there? Yeah, so with some keywords, what is this knowledge? The second crater of skills, practical things that you are able to do, to make with your hands, with your body, with your voice, for example. Yeah, so maybe you can sing, or maybe you're good at communication, or maybe with making a deal and bargaining, or maybe writing poems, or writing articles, or whatever. Yeah, whatever you find are proper skills. Also A, B, C, D, E. Well, in my case, of course, I make it universal with just A, B, C, D names, but in your case, please actually write down the keywords for each knowledge, skill, attitude, or behavior. So skills are practical things that you are able to do. Attitudes is something that belongs to your heart, your soul. It is something that you believe in, maybe your values, your vision, your seeing of different things around you. So how big and what are your attitudes? These can be attitudes towards groups of people. I don't know, what is your attitude to refugees or to small kids or to disabled people and so on. Yeah, but it can also be values as such. My attitude to European values, or my understanding of environmental values, green values. Yeah, so different things of attitudes. Behaviors are very much similar to attitudes. It is like the next step of attitudes. Based on what we believe in, how do we actually act? How do we live? What do we do practically? How do we implement our attitudes in reality? How do we show, express our beliefs? And very often, on the same topic, maybe we know a lot theoretically, maybe we're able to do practical things. We are able to do them practically, but do we actually do them? Because maybe we do not believe in that. Yeah, so I don't know if you studied, let's say, music, yeah, and you have the higher education in music, but you don't practice, you don't work as a musician. So these two first circles would be huge and full of different things inside, but your attitudes and behaviors would be rather small. Yeah? It can also be the opposite option when, you learn something, you know something, but you actually do a lot in reality. So by your attitudes and behaviors, by your experience, you gain much more. This is also an option. Please explore and compare, analyze the size of these circles. What do you notice? Yeah, I see, for example, that my skills and my attitudes are rather similar, and they also cross, so they overlap. What else can you notice visually? For example, I see that the circle of attitudes is rather huge. However, inside, there are not so many different things, but they all are big. They are wide. Yeah, I really feel how huge they are, how consisting they are. Yeah. Explore also which circle is close to which another circle. Yeah, you see, knowledge and skills are going here hand by hand. Skills and attitudes are overlapping. Attitudes and behaviors are close to each other. However, there is a rather distance, no, between knowledge and behaviors, knowledge and attitudes. This is interesting. What it is, why it is. Yeah, so try to reflect about these connections. Please add some lines without even looking. Add some neuro lines. They can also go out from the moon, from the face of the moon, so that your moon is not just hanging, but is connected to the universe. And now when you have some lines inside, explore what happened, which elements are interconnected. The A from knowledge is connected to A and D from attitudes. What does it tell you? What is your insight about this? The B from behaviors is not connected to anything. The B from skills is connected to C and to A from attitudes, and so on. Yeah, so explore these general lines and interconnections. The second step that you should do according to NeuroGraphica algorithm is rounding. Explore also what do you start with, which element. Here, as you see, I'm starting with my knowledge. which is very logical and kind of a classic approach, as we actually do at the universities, for example. Yeah? We study knowledge, so we are ready to start understanding, exploring ourselves, our competencies by knowledge. Okay, so place around. Avoid all the sharp corners and instead make them smooth. Harmonize. Then you say go to behaviors. And while you're rounding, as usually, please pay attention to so-called 4 points of attention. Scan yourself by 4 different things, which are thoughts, what they think about, what are the topics, what are the formulations and quotations in your mind. I have quite a thinking process here. It's very normal, so notice it. Notice if it is rational, really connected to the topic. And if not, still be convinced that it is, but it is in a symbolic way. So whatever you pronounce, try to stick then to match to your topic. And so if you say something, let's say about the drawing itself, about the colors, about the lines, then repeat it again and say, but what does it mean in my topic, about my competences, about my learning, about my leadership, about my description and characteristics. What does this mean? Symbolically, metaphorically. Okay. The second element of attention is called emotions. How do you feel? Try to name the emotions. Find them out. It's not that easy to name emotions. Are you angry or happy? Satisfied, calm, irritated, curious, guilty? What else comes to your mind? How are you? What are your emotions and feelings? And the third point of attention is called body sensations. What happens in your body while you're drawing? Where does it happen in your body? What are the senses? Comfortable, disturbing? What exactly happens? Any pain? Any tickling? Any sweating? Crying? Hunger? Falling asleep? Yawning? What happens to you? Is it all the same or not? Or it changes accordingly when you're touching different elements of your drawing. Try to observe yourself and scan yourself all the time, continuously. What happens? Allow it to be, in case you ask yourself about body sensations, but there are thoughts coming. It's totally fine. Let them be too. All 4 points of attention are equally important, and it's totally fine if Some of them are more present in particular topics or particular models than the others. So let it be, explore, and accept. And the fourth point of attention is visions. Visions are the visual thoughts that we have. So these can be visual memories from our past. And these can be visual dreams about our future or visualizations. These can also be just symbolic visions that are somehow connected to our topic. Whatever you see or you imagine that you see, try to explore deeper. Try to see more details around what you recognize there, what is going on around, what are the details. It's close to you, where does it happen, what are the colors that you see. So try to develop the vision with more details. And if it is about future also, so it is a possibility for you to develop your visualized idea of how you would like it to be. To plan as well. Okay, almost there. A bit more rounding. And a bit more of scanning yourself. All 4 points of attention. And the 4 craters of parts of the competences. Almost ready. And we're done. Okay. Just need some more lines somewhere so it is harmonized. Okay. Next, what do we do? Of course, we do the archetyping, the coloring part. It is important that with the same color we integrate several cells, at least 2 of them that stay close to each other. So not just coloring every single cell in a different color, but combining them. Integrating and not separating. Ask yourself, what do these colors mean to you? Your attitude to them? What are the associations? Where do you use them? Again, not compulsory that you color each crater in a different color. It is freely up to you. Maybe you will color every small part of the competence of the knowledge or skill or attitude or behavior in a separate color. Maybe some craters will be of the same color. Maybe you will choose to color the waves, the lines like this, instead for circles. All up to you as you feel here and now. itself, the whole face. Maybe a little bit yellowish. Maybe. Okay. Add some color also green in the background. And compulsory is the same in the one color. It can be more as you feel. The lighter wish. Okay. One more thing, it is possible to reshape your reality or your desired reality. So, for example, if you notice that your knowledge is rather small and you would like it to be bigger, if you wish, of course, maybe you don't. So you can choose to reshape it and make it bigger. So any of your craters, you can decide to make smaller or bigger. You can add some things inside maybe, and you don't know what it is. Or you can make some circles closer to each other or more distant. It can be on a very sensual level, just visually to make it more harmonic. So, for example, just looking at my face of the moon, I would say that it is a little bit disbalanced here, and maybe I would like to make it bigger. But rationally thinking, probably I would prefer not to have that huge knowledge, just theoretic knowledge, but instead maybe more behaviors and maybe more diverse skills. So I would add some more skills that I don't know what it is. Or maybe you know what particular skills you would like to add. I don't know, the languages maybe, ability to speak different languages, or some life skills. I don't know, the ability to orientate in new places, for example, yeah. So you can add some parts inside, or you can also make something bigger. It's not easy, you see, but I would like to make it this way. So I do reshape as I wish. I want more behaviors, I want more various skills. Okay. Round it, make it integrated and harmonized. Nice. You want to change a little bit the color so it's clear that it belongs to this crater. Okay. Good. Next step is the field lines. So you take some thicker marker and you make at least 2 lines going through the whole drawing from one side to another side of the paper, like this. At least 2, but it can be more. And then the last step is fixation. So with the thick marker again, you can make the final circle that will be a solution for here and now as the most important point. I usually prefer to make the fixation with the closed eyes. Okay, and when you open the eyes, so you can explore what is inside, what does your fixation contains of. this is it. So this is a hint that my subconscious part is trying to give me about what to focus on, how to develop my competencies. Here is my phase of the moon, and explore yours. Good luck.